So if you believe you are ready to begin IELTS test preparation, congratulations to you, and I wish you nothing but success. So next is, where do you begin? What is step number one in this journey, in this preparation and hard work, to be honest? Well, it's an easy step, and in fact, it's actually an incredibly useful step that I have seen really boost people's score simply by just doing it. So what is it? Step number one, this should be to take an IELTS practice exam. Take a mock exam, okay? If you have no knowledge of the IELTS exam, or you have never taken a practice exam before, or a real exam, this is something you must do. Now listen to this. I've seen students improve their score simply by taking one practice exam, half a point, or even a full point. Now, why is that? It's because the IELTS exam, it's a very unique exam, and it's a long exam. It's a 3-hour exam if you count all the parts. And there's so many unique things to it that there's so many variables at play. There's timing, there's your English, there's tips, there's strategies, there's tricks. There's so many different things that make up your IELTS score. So why else should you take an IELTS practice exam as step number one? Well, you can boost your score, I said that. Number two, you can gain knowledge of your score. So maybe you need a 7.0 to go to the university of your dreams, right? Well, where are you right now? Let's find out. That would be incredibly useful. And not only that, you can find out where each 4 of the sections, how you're doing in each of those. So maybe you got the 7 that you wanted in writing, and your writing is great. But in speaking, you got a 5. So we know we need to address your speaking, and we have now identified your strengths and your weaknesses. So we can focus on those weaknesses and bring them up, and we can also raise your strengths if we also need to do that. So it's very useful. Now, why else should we take an IELTS practice exam? Well, simply because after you have taken it and done it yourself, now your learning will be much easier. And in my case, my teaching will be easier. Because it's easier to learn something that you have once tried, right? So let this be step number one in your journey. Take an IELTS practice exam. I offer professional grading. I can give you your score in all sections. And I also offer reports and feedback. So I can tell you what you did well on, how you can improve, and other ways that you can boost your score in each part of the exam. So whether you take an exam from me or you take a practice exam at home, let this be your step number one. I wish you success, and I believe you can do it.